I've got an update on a prior story regarding GPUs that isn't good, but then I've got some incredible news. Gamers rejoice! Stay tuned. Welcome back to GamerMeld. On a video I did a couple weeks ago, I discussed an upcoming ASIC for Kryptonite, the algorithm used in the Monero currency. Unfortunately, it does look like Monero has blocked it with a slight change to their algorithm through an update. With that said, there's some way better news today anyway. Originally brought to my attention by a fan, CNBC did a report on the Wall Street firm, I can't pronounce that, Susquehanna I believe, sorry if that's wrong, but let's just say AMD and Nvidia are about to lose a ton of sales from crypto miners. While the firm was in Asia last week, they came back with some pretty interesting news. There are, in fact, application-specific integrated chips, or ASICs, for mining Ethereum. That's even bigger than my video discussing the Kryptonite ASICs, since Ethereum dwarfs Monero. For those who may not understand the significance of ASICs, it's these chips that effectively made mining for Bitcoin with GPUs impossible. They're made specifically for mining a certain currency, and with it comes incredible efficiency and just doing their job very well. And since the more currency that's mined from any given blockchain, the harder that blockchain is to mine, GPUs become impractical, so you pretty much need an ASIC to mine that currency moving forward. So back to the news. The company responsible for the upcoming chip is the current leader in Bitcoin ASICs, Bitmain. That's great news because Bitmain has the resources, track record, and supply chain to get it done. Speaking of getting it done, the company is readying supply chains for shipment to take place in the second quarter of 2018. Now, with that said, the firm did say production would be slightly limited at first, with a significant ramp up in May and subsequent retail availability shortly after. The semiconductor analyst at the firm, Christopher Rowland, believes the impact this will have on Nvidia and AMD's GPU market share to be pretty significant, which has led them heavily hurting both companies' price forecasts, with Nvidia going from $215 down to $200 and AMD to $750 from $13. Don't get me wrong, this certainly isn't good news for either company. The analyst believes Ethereum mining represents 20% of AMD's sales and 10% of Nvidia's. That's a pretty big hit to both, though remember that Nvidia does have a diverse portfolio, which explains why this won't impact them as much. Not only that, but the firm also found out about 3 other companies that are working on their own ASICs for Ethereum. Also, there's a huge development that shows a company nearing production of an ASIC for artificial intelligence that's to begin by the second half of 2018. Basically, Nvidia and AMD are being hit from all sides, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, since this type of competition is almost always the precursor to some of the best innovations. Both companies are going to want to do something to maintain their current market share. That means maybe releasing next-gen cards sooner than originally anticipated. Oh, and discrete GPUs should finally begin moving closer to MSRP once these cards gain traction. So while that does it for today, what did you think of the news? Are you seriously excited to finally grab onto a GPU that isn't $1,000? Let me know down in the comments below. And definitely don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep up with all things gaming hardware news and reviews. And as always, have a great day.